Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. In the last video, we entered the cathedral. We found Queen Leene's lapel pin, and now the place is swarming with monsters. And we're now in the second section of the cathedral, and if we go in here, there's all these spikes, but we can't do anything over here. So what are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna have to go around a little bit, and it doesn't really matter which way you go. As a matter of fact, you'll be sent downwards, I believe, if you take this particular stairway. And we have a new enemy, the Mad Bat. They'll attack you from virtually anywhere. 18 hit points, but they can be rather hard to hit. And we have a level up for Luca. Now to go into this room. Hitting this skull switch will get rid of the spikes. And we need to run into the Mad Bat if we want to get this battle started. Not only can the Mad Bat hit you with a sonar attack, but they can also hit you with a bite attack that will absorb HP. Now to make our way further to the north. If you run into the hench, we'll face two Mad Bats and two henches. And somehow I managed to time it just right so that I could hit everybody with Cyclone, which makes things a little more interesting. And yeah, Luca's physical attack is not that good. Also, the henches can knock you back quite a bit and can change your position if they hit you. Also, Luca has learned Hypno Wave. Hypno Wave will put enemies to sleep if you use it. Also, there's a note saying there's no entry here. Wonderful. Anyway, there's a heal, there's a tonic, and going over here leads to another battle. This time we face three henches and a Mad Bat. And that will take care of that. Might as well show Hypno Wave in action, and managed to put two enemies to sleep. Very nice. Very useful there. So it managed to do something for us. Doesn't always work. And the Frog and Chrono both get a level up. Both of them head to level 7, given that they have the exact same experience values. If you hit this switch, the number of Mad Bats in this room will turn from 2 to 4. You can use this to your advantage. And if I can get Fire Whirl working, that would be nice. Doubt that I will, though. Well, I managed to get 2. So there's something. And I might as well heal Chrono a bit. Why not? And Frog is really nailing it with all of the critical hits right now. That's something. This guy is sleeping. And we can talk to him. And if we do, he will eventually wake up. Yes, we do know what we're doing. Anyway, it's just the one hench for this battle. And managed to take care of him just like that. And we can now go over here and get a shelter. Now we can go back to this room where there's another chest, another organ, and some more monsters to beat up. And let's see here. We might as well do this. And we are being knocked right back into the wall. Thankfully, Fire Whirl will put an end to that. And I know that I'm targeting a hench, but thankfully the game has auto-target. So in case the monster you target dies, you'll just hit another one. And might as well use the hammer attack for good measure. Luca has a close range attack that you'll only see at very close range, where she hits somebody with a hammer. Marl will have one too, where she hits people with the butt of her bow, but you have to be really close to an enemy to get that to work. Also, there's an iron sword here, and it is for Frog. Brings the attack power up 2. Now to play this organ. This will open a door in the distance. And I don't know if we're going to be able to save there, or if we'll be able to save in the next area. But we do want to go all the way here to where the door was, or where the wall was, and then we'll find a door. No, try hard enough and you will find a way in. Interesting. So we got 2 henches in, we got 2 Nagaets on the way in here. Might as well take care of the Nagaets first, because they are definitely going to complicate things. And now that we have a stronger sword for Frog, it'll be a little easier to take care of some things. Also, he's not as powerful as Chrono is. Chrono is still the only person who's still going to be able to one-shot the hench at this rate. Luca is now up to level 7, I believe. And yep, there is a save point there. I did remember correctly. And I don't know how you were able to hit me from there, but you were able to hit me from there. Also, those blue circles on their heads, the henches, those are supposed to be their eyes, and it took me forever to figure that out. To be fair, I wasn't quite used to character designs by Akira Toriyama when this game originally was a thing. And I might as well go ahead and use a shelter and save, because why not? And I mentioned Akira Toriyama because, and I can't believe I haven't mentioned this, but if you didn't already pay attention to the credits, The game's development team included 3 designers that Square dubbed the Dream Team. There's Hironobu Sakaguchi, the creator of the Final Fantasy series. There's Yuji Horii, the creator of the Dragon Quest series. And Akira Toriyama, who designed characters for Dragon Quest as well as the Dragon Ball manga series. In addition, Takashi Tokita co-directed the game and co-wrote the scenario. He worked on Final Fantasy IV. Kazuhiko Aoki produced the game. He designed stuff for the Final Fantasy games. Masato Kato wrote most of the story. And Yasunori Masuda wrote most of the soundtrack before falling ill and deferring the remaining tracks to Final Fantasy series composer Nobuo Uematsu. What did... he wrote the script for Radical Dreamers, which was the forerunner to Chrono Trigger, and I should probably mention that a little later. And apparently Yasunori Masuda, this was the first game that he ever worked on music-wise, and he threatened to quit Square unless he could write music for their games. After working for 2 years as a sound effects designer, he got his wish and he was able to do the music for Chrono Trigger. And when he fell ill, Nobuo Uematsu did do the remainder of it, which is quite nice. And it's a good thing that he did, because the music that he's done, probably some of the best in Super Nintendo history. But anyway, we've saved our game, we've used a shelter, we need to go in here, and we're going to face our first boss. Prepare yourself, Queen Leene. You! How did you get in here? Frog! Majesty, stand back and allow us the honor. Be careful! And from here, we see just how shady the Chancellor is being. It's useless to fight. No one will leave here alive. Stupid frog. It's time you jumped off this mortal coil. True form, change! Reverts to Yakra. So, if you can't already tell, the horns, or the things that look like horns, are the horns. And below that is its face. I thought the eyes were its nose until years later. So anyway, Yakra's our first boss. We need to use powerful attacks like X-Strike, which lets Chrono and Frog strike enemies for a lot of damage. Luca, don't use a physical attack. Use her for healing. And for double text like Flame Whirl or Fire Whirl. Might as well go ahead and use another one. Yakra has a few attacks. There's the one where he runs around the room and hits everybody. There's another one where he can shoot some spikes into the air and hurt somebody for a lot of damage. There it is, the needle spin. Who's it gonna hit? Okay, cool, we're good. I'm gonna heal Chrono with Frog here, because he's not going to be doing well as in terms of HP, especially after that. Yakra can spit a ball at a single target for a little bit of damage. As long as you keep using X-Strike and keep healing everybody, you should be good for the most part. What do I want to use? Well, obviously I want Luca to heal herself. And... yeah, you can heal yourself, Frog. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the earthquake attack. It's been so long since I fought this guy that I forgot he has, like, multiple attacks. As in 4 of them. Earthquake is probably the weakest one. Also, too close. Can't counterattack. He usually counterattacks when you hit him. But he's too close to one person, he won't be able to do it. And once you see that flash, that's when you know that Yakra's gone down. And there we go. 50 experience points, 600 G. And from here... oh. You came to rescue me. Thank you, Frog. The king awaits. Let us return to the castle. I thank thee, Chrono, and Luca. Yes, thank you so much. Please join us. And for fear, before we join them, let's open the left chest to find the real Chancellor. Phew! Thank you. That monster stuffed me in there. Oh, Your Highness. As you can see, I am undamaged. And you can get a mid-ether in the other chest, which restore 30 MP. We'll be holding on to that for a little while. It is possible to leave the room without opening the left chest, and if you do that, the Chancellor wrestles his way out of the chest and runs off with you anyway, which is pretty funny. Let's return to the castle. And once you talk to Queen Leene, you'll be back at Guardia Castle. You had me worried, Leene. That no-good Yakra, impersonating me and kidnapping the Queen. We must create a criminal justice system in this kingdom to do away with such fiends. I failed to protect Queen Leene. I hath disgraced thee. Frog! I feel like Frog's being a little hard on himself here. Anyway. It should be mentioned that the Chancellor mentions a criminal justice system. Foreshadowing, but you won't really know that until you've played the game more than once. Thank you, Chrono, but who was that girl we found in the canyon? Your timing was perfect. Who knows what would have happened had you not saved me? By the way, where is the girl who was mistaken for me? Oh yeah, I forgot all about Princess Nadia. Chrono, where did Princess Nadia disappear? She may still be there. And she will be there. We just need to go to the room where she was violently ripped out of existence. So, she wasn't Leene after all. The king and queen make such a great couple. So, we need to go up the stairs to the right of the throne room. And if you talk to everyone, but you're a dead ringer for her. I grow so tired of the gossip around here. Which means the real Leene was somewhere else. It's exactly as I thought. I have the feeling you're supposed to talk to the 2 attendants after you go in here and get Marl back. Once you enter this room, Marl will come back and she'll join your party again. Huh? What happened? Princess Nadia! Chrono! It was awful. I can't recall it all. I was somewhere cold, dark, and lonely. Is that what it's like to die? Welcome back, Princess Nadia. You risked your life to help me too? Princess Nadia? Uh-oh. I guess you guys figured it out, huh? Sorry, Chrono. I didn't mean to deceive you. I'm Princess Nadia. My father's King Guardia the 33rd. I really enjoyed being with you at the fair, but if you had known my identity... Chrono, you wouldn't have shown me around the fair, right? It doesn't really matter what you pick here. I usually pick wrong. Oh, Chrono. That's why I like you. The real queen's safe, right? So let's go home, Chrono. And from here, we now have Marle back in the party. From here, we can talk to the queen with Marle in our party. You're the real Queen Leene, huh? You really could be my twin. Well, you two better get along, or I'll be in big trouble. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Excuse me? Never mind. I guess it's time to go. Yeah, they're not really aware of the whole time travel thing. Anyway, when you attempt to leave the castle, you'll run the frog again. 'Twas a fault of mine which endangered the queen. I shall depart for good. Eek! Indeed, your resemblance to the queen is uncanny. Chrono, you have potential to be a good swordsman. And from here, Frog leaves. For now. Froggy, you weren't such a bad guy either. This ought to relieve the king. Leene's presence always brightens things up. You sure were lucky defeating Yakra and all. You can come and go as you please from now on. And I need to heal. Might as well go ahead and do it here. And you two don't say anything new. So I'm just going to heal up real quick. That way, I can get some armor for Marle here. And wow, I have almost 7,000 things here. I might as well get some armor for Marle, even though we won't be seeing her or having her in the party for a little while after this. But first I want to go through here and maybe get her leveled up a little bit. How's she doing tech points wise? We still need 40 for provoke. And we might as well go ahead and use Fire Whirl here. And I picked the wrong enemy for this. Oh well. Might as well go ahead and get some gold and some more experience for Marle, even though it won't matter much in the grand scheme of things. At the moment. Just because it's going to help in the long run. And Marle's level has gone up. What level's she at? Oh, she's at level... No, she's at level... Oh, she is at level 7. Well, that's interesting. Well, I might as well go ahead and let her keep the karate gi. Still giving her more defense than if I kept her with the hide tunic. And might as well. Might as well go ahead and use the flame toss there, just to make it easier to defeat them all. I'll go ahead and leave that battle alone. I will trip this one though, just to, again, get some more experience. And from here, let's go ahead and use Fire Whirl. Might as well get the tech points while we're here. You don't have to do what I'm about to do here, but if you go to the bridge and talk to the soldier, he'll tell you that frog made it across by swimming to the other side. So yeah, frog is now on the other side of the bridge. That is now broken. We won't be able to get over to that town over there for now. Anyway, while I'm here, I might as well get a bronze helm for Marl. We're going to sell the iron blade. We're going to sell the bronze edge. We're going to sell the hide tunic, and we're going to sell the hide cap, since we're not going to need those anymore. And from here, we can go to the Truce Inn, where it appears that Toma is gone. And it doesn't seem like anyone says anything different. We might as well go ahead and take a rest, since we have the money to do so. And from here, we might as well go to Truce Canyon. I don't think the people here will say much of anything different. I don't think. Yeah, we won't be seeing much in the way of new dialogue from the people here until we come back. For now, let's just go ahead and notice that there are some new enemies. The blue imps and the Rolly have been replaced with a green imp and a Rolly Rider. But we can easily take care of them. And if we go up here, we'll have a brand new battle to deal with, where we face a Polly. Polly usually doesn't roll into a ball. It also has 99 hit points and is pretty powerful compared to the other enemies that we faced thus far in the game. You definitely want to hit it with a powerful attack, because it can run into you with the roll attack, and it can also ram into you and also stomp on you for a little bit, which allows it to do even more damage in the roll. And of course, the green imp is going to do green imp things. And we have an either and a tonic from this battle. So we have that going for us. And once we go over here, we'll have a way back. How do we get home? Your Highness, or Princess, Please call me Marl. Well then, Marl, observe. We are now able to open up the portal that got us here in the first place. Wow. Luca, you're amazing. Ain't it the truth? Oh, I mean, enough with the false modesty. You have a real gift. I would trade my royal ancestry for your genius in a heartbeat. Well, if you say so. Anyway, I call this thing a gate. It's a kind of portal that takes you to the same location in a different era. Gates are very unstable, so I use the principle behind my telepod device to create a gate key. Now we can use them as we please. But why did this gate suddenly appear? Either the telepod had something to do with it, or something else made it. This is getting pretty weird. Let's at least head back to our own time. Alright. Coming, Chrono? And from here, we automatically go back through the portal, and we will end up back in the square. Phew, we're back. Chrono, Luca, why don't you come home with me to the castle? I'd like you to come over for dinner. Sorry for putting you through all that, Marl. Are you joking? That's the most fun I've had in months. And I have some new friends, too. Chrono, be a gentleman and take her home. I've got some work to do. See you soon, Luca. Will you escort me home, Chrono? And we will do that. The gate will be there in case we ever want to go back to 600 AD for some reason. So there is that. And some things will be a little different when you come back. The merchants went back to their warehouse to stock up on more goods. So when you go back further to the south, where you entered the area from, you'll still be able to talk to Melcher, but some of the merchants will be gone. Also, we can finally buy the load sword, and I am so going to get it. 4,000 G, but it's going to be so worth it. Attack is now up to 32. And we can go ahead and sell the Steel Saber. And he's going to ask me to sell the pendant again. I'm not going to talk to her. Sorry. But yeah, these two booths are going to be empty now. And if you go to the market here, you'll find out the merchant is back. Elaine's down at the pier again. Oh, that Fritz, where could he be? Oh, hello, what can I do for you? Fritz is being mentioned again. We met Elaine at the pier at the beginning of the game, and she mentioned Fritz. Now the merchant here is mentioning Fritz as well. I have the feeling we're going to find out where Fritz is. But anyway, we might as well buy the iron bow and the maiden suit for Marl, because why not? And I should mention Marl's ribbon, because I've never talked about it. The ribbon increases Marl's hit by 2. And I usually keep it on her because I want her attacks to be powerful as they can be anyway. Though she'll more than likely be used primarily for healing. Another thing that you don't have to do, you can go to Luca's house and you can actually talk to Luca. Two-legged walking humanoid robots are virtually impossible to create. Oh, Chrono, hurry up and escort the princess to the castle. There is a lot of optional dialogue. I wouldn't say a lot, but there's plenty of optional dialogue that you can miss if you don't explore the game. And I don't think there's really much of anything we can do around here. I don't really feel like going to the mayor's manor. There's a snail stop and not really much of a reason to do anything there. You just probably sell the same stuff that the other place sold. You don't even have specific dialogue for before and after we talked. Well, not before and after we talk to you, but before and after you sell stuff to us. And really not much else to mention. I know Elaine's down at the pier. You can talk to her there. Yeah, that's where you met her. Or rather, where we met her down at the beginning of the first video. Yeah, something tells me we're gonna find out where Fritz is. And now we more or less have what to do in front of us. We need to head to Guardia Castle, because that's pretty much where the game has told us to go. But what will happen when we bring Marl back home? Join me next time where we find out exactly what happens. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!